I remember when I was in high school, people would call me quiet. Like my friends would be like, oh, Prav doesn't talk. And I remember I hated that so much because it kind of like took away something that I valued. Like I valued my alone time. I valued being an introvert, right? And if people like try and make fun of you for it, then it's like, it kind of hurts, right? And you probably feel the same way. You probably hate when people call you quiet. So the first step of succeeding as an introvert is to surround yourself with people who actually support you with, being alone or like being as social as you want to be. Because at the end of the day, like it's going to be really difficult to grow socially or just as a person if people aren't supporting you. So that's step one of being an introvert. And that's step one for like pretty much anything that you want to do. Because it's so difficult to accomplish any goal if no one is rooting for you. If people are actively trying to hold you back from accomplishing the things you want to do, it's really difficult to accomplish any goal. So surround yourself with people who support you. That's step one. There's 4 steps that I'm going to have in this video to being an introvert. It's pretty cold. That's why my hands are in my pocket. I'm outside in New York City. Anyway, so step one, surround yourself with people who support you. Step 2 is to understand what it means to actually be an introvert. Because a lot of people get this wrong. A lot of people don't actually understand what it means to be an introvert. They think that if you just spend time alone, you're an introvert. But that's not what it means. What it means to be an introvert is that you get your energy from being alone. So it's kind of like when you charge your phone, right? You have to recharge. You have to sit at home, plug in your charger, plug in your phone, right? For you, it's like, for an introvert, a true introvert, it's just they need some alone time to recharge. It doesn't mean that they don't like being social. Like I love talking to people. I actually really enjoy meeting new people and being social, but I need that alone time. I need some time to myself to like process my thoughts and just recharge. So I think I'm more introverted than I am extroverted, even though I'm like probably somewhere towards the middle, probably like 60% introverted. So you have to understand that like just because you're an introvert doesn't mean that you're not capable of starting conversations, meeting people. That would be social anxiety, right? Like not being able to public speak, meet new people, like put yourself out there. That's social anxiety. It's not introversion. Introversion just means like you're recharging by being alone. So there's a chance that you may be an extrovert, and there's extroverted people with social anxiety who think they're introverted. So if you get your energy being surrounded by people, but you feel like, oh, I just don't have the social skills and I feel kind of awkward, then you might be an extroverted person who just needs to work on your social skills a little bit. But if you're truly an introvert, then you get your energy from being alone. So that's what it means to be an introvert. And if you want to find out how introverted you are, you could take a Big 5 personality test. You could just Google Big 5 personality test, and that'll determine like what percentage introverted you are. So it'll tell you like you're 60% more introverted than the rest of the population. And that's more useful to know than just knowing that you're an introvert. Because if you think of yourself as just an introvert, then you may think like, oh, I get all of my energy alone, when in reality, it might be best for you to spend some amount of time with people to get your energy and some amount of time alone. Because you may not be the most introverted person in the world, like you may just be 60% introverted. So instead of, giving yourself an identity, it gives yourself a percentile, and then you can kind of determine how introverted or extroverted you are and make decisions based on that. Like for me, I think I'm like 65% introverted. So I'm more introverted than I am extroverted, but I still like being around people. I still get some energy from being around people, right? And step 3 is to find a creative outlet as an introvert, because we are the most prone to being addicted to like modern addictions, like social media, video games, Netflix, because we spend time alone, right? We recharge alone. So if you have some sort of creative outlet, then you can spend a lot of your time doing that and be like really productive when you're alone, rather than, just scrolling or watching Netflix or on social media, playing video games, whatever, things that are like not that productive. And I'm not saying those things are just terrible for you. Like they're okay in moderation, but it's not good when you're constantly doing that. I'm filming in public and people are walking by. It's kind of awkward. I don't really do this often. So some creative outlets are like writing, making videos, painting, cooking. It could be anything, right? Just something that like you spend your time mindfully and you're not doing something that's like addicting, like I don't know anyone who's addicted to reading, even though I guess it is like possible. It's like, it's very rare, right? I don't know anyone who's addicted to journaling. But if you can find these habits that allow you to express yourself alone, then you start to really just grow as a person, even just in your alone time. So find a creative outlet. That's step 3. And step 4 is to get outside of your comfort zone. Like right now, I'm outside of my comfort zone because I'm filming in public. I'm in New York City, and I just found a place to sit and film this video. and people are like walking by, and like that's totally okay, right? Because I still have to get the video done because I want to post this video. So get outside your comfort zone by like doing things in public, meeting new people, starting conversations with people, public speaking, maybe do stand-up comedy, like do a public speaking class, something that really like puts yourself out there, and do it consistently. Because even if you're introverted, like I mentioned, that doesn't mean that you can't do these things. You should still be able to do these things, and you should still be able to be as social as you need to be to accomplish your goals. So like a lot of people think that, oh, they can't get a job in sales because they're introverted. No, you might be really good at sales. It's just you just also need some alone time to recharge. So what you could do is you could push yourself outside of your comfort zone by like doing these things, by starting conversations with strangers, by like taking the public speaking class, by taking an acting class, doing things that really push yourself outside of your comfort zone. And you may think like, oh, I don't want to do that because I'm introverted, but it's like, just do it so that you have the skills of doing it, because like developing skills is a big part of life, whether you're extroverted, introverted, whatever. So make sure that you can develop the skills of being social in like any situation. And you should be able to be social in any situation. But at the end of the day, just to recharge by spending that time alone that you need to like, recharge and get your energy back. Because sometimes it's worth spending the energy like doing these things, by meeting new people, by, public speaking. So that's step forward. If you do those 4 things, then I think you'll be really successful as an introvert, because you'll be able to enhance your strengths and also push yourself outside of your comfort zone, right? Because if you have people around you who are supporting you, you have a creative outlet, and you understand that you're an introvert, and you're getting outside of your comfort zone, then you're focusing on your strengths as an introvert by giving yourself something to recharge on, and you're growing in that alone time, and you're also growing by pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. So if you do those things, I think you'll succeed as an introvert. It's not going to be easy. It's not easy to put yourself out there. It's not easy to film in public the way I'm doing right now. It's not easy to meet new people. It's not easy to find the creative hobby. It's not easy to get over like the modern addictions, but it will be worth it. Life's not easy, but it's worth it. Take care.